Hello, Aquarius. How are you? This is going to be your monthly reading for the month of July 2022. And of course, whenever you click on this reading, whether it's like the beginning of July, which is now, the middle of July, or the end of July, or even if it's past July, if you're clicking on this video and you're watching it, this message is meant for you, Aquarius, okay? Because these cards are trying to jump out already, trying to talk to you, and we're just going to do like a couple big boy shuffles, and then yeah, let's see what the cards have to say. Also, if I get any channeled messages and or predictions, I'll let you know, but that's up to spirit. I'm just the messenger, so like whether you like the messages or not, like it's whatever is being called to be spoken about. So don't shoot the messenger. That's all I have to say. So yeah, I'm gonna do one more big shuffle for you. Okay. And if you hear any weird background noises, my puppy is playing on the floor. Okay, that one is okay. Wow. All right, we've been called. That was really quick. Wow. I'm excited to get into this. So anyway, to finish what I was saying, my puppy is playing off camera, like right over there. So if you hear any strange noises, it's probably him playing with his toys. So yeah. All right, let's look at the bottom of the deck energy here and see what's going on in your world, Aquarius. Okay. All right. I am feeling this strange stagnancy energy. Like, it's like you're still dealing with something that was painful from the past that is kind of slowing you down. It's like hindering you, whether you realize it or not. It's like a hidden motivator or hidden energy that's slowing you down and stopping you from... Sorry about the squeaking. It's slowing you down from where you actually need to be in your life. And it's, whether you realize it or not, it's playing a role like under the surface. This thing that caused you great pain that you're still like mourning over is causing annoyance in you. It's like the thorn in your side, and it's like, why can't I run at full capacity? Well, because you've got this wound that needs to be healed still. Like, you're still mourning this thing that is like not healthy, whether that's like, you just turned 18 and you're not a kid anymore. Now you're scared about going out into the world, so you're like mourning the loss of your childhood because it's dead, done, over with. Or maybe a past relationship, or maybe there's just like a lot of fear of death. I just got that. Or like there's just, it's almost like you can't see the forest through the trees because you're just so focused on the things that you're afraid of rather than the things that are hopeful. The bottom of the deck energy, I am just being called to that. It's like, look at this. It's kind of a spooky card, It's the card of mourning. And the vessels here show me that it's like these old emotional wounds that you're still carrying. And instead you need to just like dump that out and cleanse yourself of all of that nasty energy that has hurt you in the past, no matter how close or far it has been. Also, like, don't be afraid of doing things that are scary, because look, like, you're so close to this new horizon. I just see this as like the morning. It's the darkest before the dawn. That's what I want to say. It's the darkest before the dawn. So don't let the scariness and the gnarledness of these darker parts of you stop you from moving forward into your new beginning, because that's what I feel like is being called for you. You've got the Ace of Stones here in the middle. This is like calling a new beginning in your foundation, what you are trying to build for yourself in your life. That is what is being called for you, Aquarius, is what are you going to do to build this foundation for yourself? in and in this card, every time I look at it, I'm just like, why is she like rooted in there? I saw this as like you being stuck. It kind of reminds me of this like gnarled tree here with the skull coming out of it, or the skull sitting in it. It's like, she's supposed to be coming one with nature and like using that to fuel her creativity. But it almost feels like in this instance, instead, your stagnated energy, it's like here you're at this precipice of this new beginning. And it's almost like instead of going willfully or gracefully, you're going kicking and screaming. You are like, no, I can't. You're like holding on for dear life to these roots that are actually holding you back rather than help pushing you forward. So think about that. Like, what part of your life are you desperately holding on to out of fear of change or the unknown? Because you are being called to persevere in a almost stubborn way forward, not wherever you're at right now. I feel like you're just kind of like you're rooting yourself down there where you're at because you don't know what else to do with your life, or that you're scared to do something else with your life, or just the unknown of the next step of the journey is like too much for you. So you're like holding on for dear life. But guess what? Like, you're going whether you realize it or not. Like, you're gonna go whether you realize it or not. So are you gonna go gracefully, or are you gonna go kicking and screaming? That's what I want to say. I see here the bull and the stallion. So this is saying like really use your willpower and your drive, your strength, your stubbornness to move forward in life. Those two creatures were used in like the heavy lifting, like back in the day. They were the ones that like plowed the stony fields. They were the ones that pulled the heavy carts. Those two animals were like the powerhouses of civilization back in the day. Like, they were extremely valuable animals to have, so it's like using the positive side of those animals is going to help you move forward. So the positive side of an ox and a stallion is that drive forward, that I'm going whether you're coming with me or not, that like once you've decided something, going for it. I feel like you're using at this moment, you're kind of using it for negative, where it's like instead of using your stubbornness to make yourself conquer your fear, you're using your stubbornness to avoid the fear. It's like, nope, I'm just going to stay here. I'm fine. I like where I'm at. I like this. It's almost like you're kind of kidding yourself. You're almost like kidding yourself in a very stubborn way. You're like, I'm fine. I don't need to go anywhere. This is fine. I'm happy here. Like, you're being stubbornly, stagnant, I want to say. But that's the thing, Aquarius, is you guys are so creative. You guys have, this card says creativity, because this card is supposed to be about her like melting into nature and using the power of nature to fuel her creativity in moving forward in her life, to create the stability and the foundation in which you can grow the life of your dreams from. That's what's being called of you. This is huge energy, by the way. This is huge. Because the Ace of Stones, or the Ace of Pentacles, is literally called the foundation of life. This is like a new beginning in your physical reality, whether that's like money, career, family, home, property, things like that. Like literally your physical human body. What foundation do you want to build from? And if you already have an established foundation, this is saying like there's a new beginning in that area that's being called for you. The universe has offered you a way to have a wish come true. It wants to grant a wish for you, and it has something to do with something that you want to bring into this physical reality. You want to pull something down from the ethers and create something new, something unique, something that nobody has ever seen before. You, Aquarius, you're like the aliens of the zodiac signs. Like, you come from another world, another planet. And to immerse yourself in the mundane and stagnate yourself and root down in a place where you're not completely satisfied is doing yourself a disservice and the people around you a disservice, because you need to let your light shine so brightly, because you're like the night sky, okay? You are so vast and so magnificent and so gorgeous and so huge, with tons of tiny little lights everywhere, which, if you zoom in, are giant stars in and of themselves. So that's the potential that you have. And this is saying, what goal, what wish, what dream have you been wanting to create in your own reality? It is saying, do that. You can do that. This is saying this new beginning is waiting for you, if only you will heed the call, if only you will overcome the things that have hurt you in the past and allow yourself to mourn the losses that you have lost. Like, 'cause I feel like you've lost some pretty important things, that's going to be different for each of you. But yeah, it's like the fear of losing more because maybe you're afraid of going into depression again. Maybe you're afraid of feeling alone. Maybe you're afraid of, it can be so many different things, but it's like you don't want to have any more reason to mourn. And so that's why you've kind of slowed down and stagnated yourself, because you don't want to take the risk of going into this new, like past this new threshold in order to make your dreams come true on this physical reality, because you don't want to hurt anymore. You've hurt enough. You don't want to feel pain anymore. You don't want to have any reason to mourn. You don't want to create, trauma or chaos in your own life. You'd rather like stagnate yourself instead of moving forward. That's what I'm feeling really strongly in this reading is, because what's being called of you is literally your own fulfillment. This card here is the card of fulfillment, but it's reversed. Basically, it's saying like, you're cock blocking your own happiness. Like the fact that this is the Three of Bows, like bows are the wands in the traditional tarot. And what that represents is your fire, your passion, the things that make your heart sing. What makes your soul feel like it's like a flame with desire? What makes you feel so happy and so good? Not complacent, not placated, not like it's okay. Like, no, I mean like the really juicy, deep stuff. The really like, I just saw a pomegranate, like just the pomegranate juice. Like not any of that fluff stuff on the outside, not the thick callus of skin on the outside, but I'm talking like the juicy seeds of a new beginning are being called of you. And this is saying like, you're ready to go. You are ready to go. You've done what it takes. You have what it takes. Now it's time to do what it takes. You have what it takes. Now it's time to do what it takes. And it's going to require some healing and some balancing out. And what makes me say that is these two snakes, or they look like, honestly, I see them as dragons. They look like dragons intertwining. They've got a white one and a red one. And that has everything to do with your soul and your blood. So it's like your what is your lifeblood? Like, what is it that you need in this life? And I'm not talking like need as in like, oh, I'm afraid, therefore I need to stay because I'm afraid. Like, no, I mean like something that would, like, what makes life worth living? That's what I want to ask. What makes life worth living to you, Aquarius? That is where you're supposed to go. You're supposed to make more of that, basically, like more passion, more fire to get you going in this new beginning. Like you've gotten to, your paths have converged, and now it's time for you to go forward. It's like it's like the trail of your past life and the trail of your new life have now converged into the present moment, and it's time to walk forward. Even though this is in the future, this is saying, like, do what it takes to unstuck yourself and to heal, so that you can, like, and then figure out what it is that you want to build for your life. Like, what is your wish that you want to come true? What wish could the universe grant for you that would make you feel that fiery passion? What is it that makes your lifeblood burn with passion? I'm just going to keep saying that. Like, that's the feeling I get. And then the white dragon has a lot to do with your spirituality. And I feel like going into the direction of your spirit is going to unfold miracles in your life. I'm feeling like you've got a lot of earth energy here. So getting involved in earth energy, which would be going out in nature, spending time outside, gardening, is going to help you get clear on what it is you actually want. And then overcoming the fear and getting yourself unstuck. And instead of using that stubborn energy to stay put, use that stubborn energy to move forward into your new beginning. These two poles here are like I want to say they're the beginning, their start line and the finish line at the same time. So they're the finish line for your old life. It's the start line for your new life. That is what is being called of you. The fact that it's reversed is like, don't let this opportunity pass you by. Don't miss this opportunity. Don't watch your life go by until it's too late. You really need to, this is really requiring some stubborn energy in moving forward. I noticed on this Ace of Stones here, you've got the labyrinth symbolism right here. The labyrinth, what the difference between a maze and a labyrinth is, a labyrinth has no wrong turns. You are going to get to where you're going to get to the center no matter what turn you take, no matter which direction you go. The labyrinth is representation of our inner world. Our inner world is like a labyrinth. We have to take the journey in order to get to the center, in order to know what drives us deep down. That's the direction you're being called to go. So being able to have the time to go within and explore that, knowing that no matter what choice you make, no matter which direction you go, it's going to be the right one, because you're in a labyrinth, not a maze. So there is no wrong turn. There are no dead ends, but you have to move in order to do that, in order to build this foundation that you so desperately want and need in your life, whether it's established or not. I feel like that there's this unsatisfactory feeling that I get when I look at this reading. And I said that from the beginning. It's like there's something just not quite satisfying about your life right now. And you want that complete satisfaction. You want to turn this card right side up, because this card right side up is fulfillment. It is like you've gathered all you need to gather. You've healed all you need to heal, and you're ready to go. You're going. So being able to do the things that that is required of you in order to get your true fulfillment is what this is saying. This is the energy that's popping up for you in the month of July is, are you going to recognize that stubborn energy in yourself? Are you going to recognize where you're kind of where you're digging your heels in and refusing to budge? Are you going to change that energy into through creativity into something that is actually going to drive you forward in creating the foundation that you're meant to build from? Are you going to overcome your fears? Are you going to allow yourself to mourn the things that are painful and the losses that have been painful, so that you can clear the dust out from underneath the rugs and actually heal your life? Because once you start doing that, your life is going to change, and it's going to change for the better in a way that's going to be so fulfilling to you. So really take a deep look at what's happening to you in a way that is going to make you feel alive again. What makes you feel alive? That's the direction you want to go, and it's going to require some inner exploration. I want to say that there is a commitment that you've made that was kind of the cause of the biggest wound that you've dealt with so far. It's like a failed commitment caused a ton of wounds. And it might have been several commitments, maybe 3. Maybe you've tried 3 different times to commit yourself to something or someone or to a career or to a person. And that's caused and it's failed, and that's what's caused the mourning within you. And this reading is saying, don't let any of that hold you back, because your fulfillment is top priority. And and it's not selfish. It is absolutely not selfish. In fact, the more fulfilled you are, the more joy that you put out, the more quality time you put out, the more quality products you put out, the more quality. If you have children, you'll be able to actually spend quality time with them. Like everything you do will become of quality once you get clear on what you want and start satisfying those parts of you that you've been denying and neglecting out of some strange stubbornness, out of fear. So do the world a favor, do yourself a favor, and really start looking at what fulfills you. That's kind of a big word, is like fulfill, passion. They're very potent energies. So if you're feeling kind of complacent or whatever, or sort of like, it's fine, I can deal with this, like that's the stubborn energy that's being said, hey, we need to clear that out so you can actually move forward. So I hope this helps, Aquarius. I know it sounds a little harsh, this reading, but it's a big one for you. Like, it's literally asking you to get clear on what is fulfilling to you and move forward in that, because that's the foundation that you're building from in your life. Get clear on that so that you can build what you need to build, period. Okay? Now, for the air signs, before we go, the air signs, I have chosen this stone for the month of July. This is calcite. This is seafoam calcite or blue calcite. The reason why I chose this is because this stone helps move stagnant energy. It helps heal energy. It's a very healing stone. It helps re-energize, reinvigorate. If you're feeling stagnant or anything like that, it really helps liven you up and move forward. Blue is really great for getting to that inner truth that we've been wanting to get in touch with for so long. Green calcite's going to be really good for you. Blue calcite or the seafoam greenish blue calcite is going to work so well for you, Aquarius. I hope that this reading has served its purpose in helping you get an edge and insight into how you can tip the scales in your favor, because the universe is waiting to pour blessings into your life. It's just a matter of whether you're going to step up to the plate in your own life too, because the universe can meet you halfway, but you got to come the rest of the way. So anyway, thank you for being here with me. I hope this reading helped, like I just said, and I will see you next time. Okay, Aquarius? All right, bye.